I'd like to thank the members of the Environmental Protection Agency for giving me the opportunity to discuss AEP's position on the hazardous waste management system, conditional exclusion for carbon dioxide streams, and geological sequestration activities. This proposed rule was published the 8th of August 2011 at 76 FR 4803. Its purpose is to create a conditional exclusion for geologically sequestered carbon dioxide from hazardous waste as defined and covered under RCRA. If finalized, the rule would reduce the uncertainty associated with defining and managing CO2 streams associated with geological sequestration under RCRA Subtitle C. AEP has long-term hands-on experience with CO2 stream injection and the applicable technology. As one of the leaders in the use of this type of technology, AEP disagrees with the conditional exclusion as proposed. Furthermore, a review of 40 CFR Section 261.3 clearly defines hazardous waste and the common characteristics. As we examine CO2 streams, we can see that they have no clear association with the characteristics and definitions presented in 40 CFR Section 261.3 Sections A through H. Furthermore, by the Environmental Protection Agency's own admission, it is stated it has little information to conclude that CO2 streams would qualify as RCRA hazardous waste. Additionally, the EPA does not have full knowledge of the range of possible CO2 stream compositions. In its entirety, by their own admission, the Environmental Protection Agency does not have sufficient evidence to render an opinion that CO2 streams are hazardous under RCRA definition as hazardous waste. Finally, the Carbon Sequestration Council has previously addressed the issue of RCRA applicability for CO2 streams on the EPA's proposal under the Safe Water Drinking Act at 73 Federal Regulation 43491-1-541. This was done on July 25th, 2008. This Carbon Sequestration Council was of the opinion that CO2 streams are a fluid that was not characterized as a hazardous waste. For these reasons, AEP would like to reiterate that CO2 streams do not possess any of those characteristics defined as hazardous waste in 40 CFR 261.3. Therefore, the EPA feels that the proper thing to do is disregard the proposed rule, as the preponderance of evidence is inadequate to support a conclusion that CO2 streams are hazardous waste and therefore should be subject to RCRA requirements. Without a hazardous waste classification, AEP promotes and supports either a permanent exclusion be created, eliminating the costly testing and monitoring requirements under the current proposal, and a permanent classification of a permanent classification of the CO2 streams as non-hazardous waste. This would promote the use of GS as a useful carbon capture and storage strategy and allow us to continue our fight against climate change. Again, I'd like to thank you for your time and appreciate all of you for allowing me to speak on this issue.